Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Ravana brought Sita to Lanka. He inflicted grave injuries on Jatayu in the process. Jatayu is fighting for his life. She takes an uttariya and on that she puts these jewels. She sees 5 vanaras and she throws them so that they fall in the middle of those vanaras. And now they have come back to Lanka. Ravana has already made his intentions very, very clear. He has again tried to trap Sitama with his nice words. That doesn't work out. Now, the next step that Ravana does is he takes her all around his Antahpura. And he goes into the Antahpura. Initially, he puts her in a house before he moves her to Ashoka Vana, because he now wants to show her his entire Antahpura, his entire richness, his entire things, and he tries to prove to her that he is the richest man in the world and she would actually be very, very happy if she marries him. So that's what he's trying to do now. Now look at the ends to which this man is going, or this Rakshasa is going. So now he has entered the Antahpura, he's going near her. She is not even able to control herself. She's crying like that. Now Ravana goes, he forcefully takes her with him and he shows his house, which is as good as the house of gods. Harmya prasada sambadham stri sahasra nishevitam nana pakshiganair justam nana ratna samanvitam dantakai stapaniyaischa spatikai rajadairavi vajra vaidurya chitraischa tamai stambhai drushti manoharaihi divya dundubhirirhadam tapta kanchana toranam sopanam kanchanam chitram arurohataya saha. What he did is he took her to his Antahpura, and in that he is showing her his houses. Each of those houses had huge prasadas and they were having multiple stories over there. From every story of that house, there were diamonds and all that were coming, that were visible, and different types of birds were there. And then the pillars of each of those floors and each of the stories, they were all made of gold, and he was showing all that. Even the windows and all were made of gold and silver, and then on those the artwork was made with the tusks of the elephant, and then they were diamonds, they were vaidurias, they were all studded in those wonderful designs that were carved, and every entrance was made of gold, and always there were wonderful drums that were being beaten, there was wonderful music that was coming out. And then he takes her through the staircase, and every stair was made of gold, and there again those windows which were made of tusks, the windows themselves at times were made of tusks, and there was a lot of silver that was used, and the windows, the curtains for those were made of gold. So that's the richness of Ravana. And he takes her to all the places. He shows how well they were decorated, how well they were painted. He doesn't even care in which emotion she is. He takes her and he shows her all those wells that were there, and he also shows her his private lakes that he got made for him. He's showing all this so that she gets enticed, so that she feels that Ravana is a very, very rich person. And then he is telling, "Oh Sita, see, if you exclude the senior citizens and people who are small, there are about 32 crore Rakshasas under my command, and I am the Lord for all of them. Even if for the smallest of my tasks, all these people are there. O Sita, if you accept, you are greater than my life." He shows his wives, and he also shows all the dasis that he had over there, all the servant maids and all, and he says, "You will be the ruler for all these women. Why are you thinking about other things? Just accept what I say. I am being taken away by lust. Please shower your anugraha on me." And he is also saying, this Lanka is protected by huge sagara, huge ocean. So, O Sita, even if all the devatas come to fight me, they will not be able to conquer me. In the 3 worlds, neither the devatas, nor the yakshas, nor gandharvas, or even the pakshis, which is the Garukmanta, Jatayu and all, none of them can come and fight me. And now he is insulting Sri Ramachandra. He is saying Rama has lost the kingdom. He is a very poor man. He is in a Munivritti right now. He is a Manava Matra, means he is just a human being. So look at his disdain for humans. And he is saying his Aish is over. What will you do with the drama? I am the suitable person to be your husband. Come and tell me and understand this much, that your youth is not going to stay forever. You should enjoy during your youth. Come here, you can enjoy along with me. And he is also saying Rama cannot even come here in his thoughts. Nobody can come here. If you come here, I'll also make you the queen. We can do the Rajyabhisheka once again. You will be my queen. We'll do the Rajyabhisheka, and all the sin that you have done till now, all the papa that you have done till now, that has gone away with the Vanavasa. And as a result of your punyas, you are now going to enjoy with me. Ihamalyani sarvani divyagandhani maidhili bhushanani mukhyani sevasva maya saha. All these garlands are for you. All these cosmetics are for you. All these jewelry is for you. Wear all that stuff and be very happy. So this is what Ravana is basically saying. And he is also showing her the Pushpaka Vimana and saying, you can this Vimana will take you wherever you want. If you marry me, you will get it. He says all that stuff, and Sita is now crying. And looking at Sita crying, Ravana, he is now pushing his file even harder. He's saying, oh Sita, do you think that because if you marry me, there will be a dharma bhrashtatva that happens, or a dharma lopa that happens? So he also knows that he should not, pressurize a married woman to marry him again. So he said, no, I think you are feeling sad, or you are worried that this is against the rules. No, alam vridena vaidehi dharma lopa krutena cha arshoyam daiva nishyando yastvama bhigamishati. He is saying, the rishis have already accepted punarvivaha under some conditions. So I can talk about it if you want. In the Prachapata, the shloka says, Alam viridena vaidehi dharmatapa krutena cha harshoyam devi vispasto yastva upagamishyati. So, O Devi, you will get a lot of happiness if you marry me, but you need not really feel sad for the dharma lopa that you are going to do. So either ways, the shloka means that he is asking her to disregard dharma and marry. Like this, he tries to convince her a lot. He's saying, I'm going to touch your feet, I'm going to pray you, but please accept, please be my wife. All this he says. And now Sita Ma, she is going to respond. And look at her samskara here. This is in the Shatpanchasa Sarga, which means the 56th Sarga of Aranyakanda. We are there right now. And she says, she immediately, because he was showing her all around, right? So somewhere she must have plucked a small blade of grass. So she now brings out that blade of grass. She puts that blade of grass between her and Ravana, and then she is addressing him. She again says, the Raja Dasharatha Nama Dharma Setu Rivachara Satyasandah Parignato Yasya Putras Saragavaha. There was a king called Dasharatha. He was as good as a huge bridge that would hold dharma on it, and he is a man who is true to his words. And Sri Ramachandra is his son. Ramo Nama Sadharmatma Trishlokeshu Visrutaha Dirgabhahur Visalaksho Daivatam hi Patir Mama. In this person, Sri Ramachandra, he is famous in all the three worlds. He has got huge hands. He has got wonderful eyes. That man, that Dharmatma called Rama, he is my husband. He is my God. Ikshvakunam kule jataha simhaskando mahajyudhi lakshmanena sahabhrata yaste pranan harishyati. This Rama, who is born in the Ikshvaku Vamsha, he who has the build of a lion, he who radiates a lot of light, and that Sri Ramachandra, along with his brother Lakshmana, can take away your life. Pratyaksham yadiham tasya tvaya syam dharshita balat saitatvam hatas sankhye janasthane yadhakaraha. You are talking all this nonsense to me in the absence of Sri Ramachandra. Had you spoken in front of Sri Ramachandra, you would already have met the fate of Khara, and he would have fallen on the ground and would have dropped dead already by now. And you are talking about all these Rakshasas and all. You did a lot of Varnana. All of them are like snakes in front of Garutmanta. Garutmanta kills and eats snakes, right? So you're all like the snakes in front of Garutmanta. Your life is not there anymore the moment you see Sri Ramachandra. And you think that you are going to survive in front of Sri Ramachandra? No. The way the Ganga's waves come and take over on the shores, the same way his arrows, which are coated with gold, will come and pierce you and give you great pain. O Ravana, I accept that the Rakshasas can't harm you, the Devatas can't harm you. The moment you picked up a fight with him, he is not going to leave you. And Sate Jivita Seshasya Raghavonta Karo Bali Pasyo Ryupagatasyeva Jividam Tavadurlabham. When somebody decides to sacrifice a goat or something, they tie it to a stambha, right? The Yupa stambha. So then we all know that goat's time has come, it's going to die. Similarly, your time has come, you are going to die. Yadi patsye saramastvam roshadipten jaksha rakshastvamadya nirdardho gache sadyam parabhavam. O Ravana, if he looks at you strongly, even for that, you will feel the heat and you will lose. Gata istvam gatasriko gatasatvo gadendriha Lanka vaidhavya samyukta tvatkritena bhavishyati. The way you are losing time, you are dying anyways. Your Aishwarya is gone, your strength is also gone, your organs are gone, you are going to die. And not just you, this Lanka town itself, it's going to get Vaidhavya, it's going to get widowed. And then she also talks about how Sri Ramachandra came all alone into that forest, how he was showing immense energy as a human being to stay in that forest, and how these Rakshasas can't even stand in front of him. She says you don't even stand a chance in front of his bow and his arrows. Like this, she gives a lot of upamanas, and she also says, "O Rakshasadhama, I am dharma nirata. I am standing on dharma. I'm constantly in dharma. You can't even touch me." In the end, she says, "Idam sariram nisangyam bandhava ghatayasyava nedam sariram rakshamye jivitam vapi rakshasa natu sikshyam yupakrosam pruthivyam dhatumatmanah." So she is saying, "O Rakshasa, this body, yes, this is a material body. You can arrest it, you can put it in a prison, you can kill me, but let me tell you, I don't want to protect this body. I don't want to protect my life also, but I will never do anything that will give me apakirti, means bad name in this world. I am not going to do this." And saying this, evam uptat vaidehi krodhat satparsham pachah Ravaram maidhri datra punarno vacha kimchana. So she says all this and she becomes silent. Now Ravana again starts. He gets very, very angry and he says, "I am giving you time of 12 months, and if you are not going to accept my proposal, then I am going to eat it as alpahara in the morning." The word that he uses is pratarasardham, tatastvam pratarasardham. So if you are not going to accept my proposal in 12 months, I am going to have you for breakfast. That's what he says. Then he looks at his Rakshasa Stris who are there and he says, "Sigramevahi Rakshasyo Vikruta Ghoradarsna Darpamasya Vinishyadham Mamsa Sonita Bhojanaha." O Rakshasa Stri, all of you together should ensure that she leaves her pride as quickly as possible. Then he says, "Ashoka Vana madhye maidhiri niyatamiyam tatreyam rakshitam godham yushmabhi parivarita." He said, "Take her to Ashoka Vana, make her sit over there, and she should be kept secret and nobody should be able to come there. You should talk to her the way we try to get a fully grown up female elephant, the way we tame that elephant, should tame her." Okay, then those women take her to Ashoka Vana. She was extremely sad. She looks at the Ashoka Vana, it's full of a lot of fruits and flowers and everything, but nothing registers with her. She's so sad and she finally loses all her happiness and she keeps thinking about her husband and her brother-in-law, and she loses all interest and she loses her consciousness for a brief time and then she gains it back again, and she is like that over there. Now we'll also see how Sri Ramachandra, who has gone to catch the deer, what is he doing? We have not gone into that part of the story for a long time. So in our next episode, we'll be looking at what Sri Ramachandra is doing in the other part of the forest. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam Sri Sai Maharaj Swam Charana Arvinda Arpanamastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.